every home needs a number of different spatulas for different uses, and I've brought out a few of them that I tend to use a lot. This is one of my favorite spatulas. It's a nice little offset spatula which is designed so it can slide in easily under things and you can flip them. If you have a flat spatula, trying to flip things is virtually impossible. I remember the days of my mother's spatulas and they were not offset. That's how you came up with disaster eggs. So you can imagine sliding this under your egg and giving it a nice little flip. Love this. I use it very frequently. This one you probably saw in the Belgian waffle video, or you will see in the Belgian waffle video, which I'm going to be putting up on Saturday. I love this because you can get under wide surfaces. Perfect for pancakes. Once again, offset. If you have any large items that you need to flip and stay intact, this is your spatula. These other ones are a little more custom, and I think that these also make great fish spatulas. Now, not everybody has a fish spatula, but I happen to have two.
That's the hammerhead shark
Spatula, that's
spatula.
right. Thank you, cameraman Dave. This is the hammerhead shark spatula. Oopsie. This is great if you have a nice thin little piece of fish or something delicate that you want to just turn over. It's perfect. And again, a bigger piece of fish that you can just kind of tease over to this. I forgot to mention that the best part about this spatula is that it's my spanking spatula. You see? There we go.
That spatula needs to be cleaned now.
Yes, it does. This is great for...
Oh!
Uh-oh, Oscar just bit cameraman Dave because of his smart remarks. He deserved it. This may even be used on cameraman Dave later.
Oh no. Okay, I think we're going to have to cut.
Now that cameraman Dave has been medically treated and Oscar has been somewhat subdued, well, maybe not subdued. Okay. It looks like I have to wash all of these. One of the other things I love to have in my house is 3 different whisks. So we have the large, the medium, and the small. The small is fantastic because if you're mixing in a small little bowl and you just maybe want to beat an egg or mix together a couple of tablespoons of honey with, hang on. Apparently the whisk is also a toy. Honey with a little bit of spice, that's a fantastic little whisk to use, mixing up drinks, what have you. So basically, if it's a small bowl, you use your little small whisk for the little jobs. The medium jobs, I love this if I'm making a bechamel sauce or a hollandaise, or I have something in a medium-sized bowl that I want to whisk, or I want to whisk a paw. Here we go. See? Yeah, there we go. Now, if you only could use your paws for good instead of evil. So that's the medium whisk. And of course, the larger whisk, if I'm whisking soups, large amount of batter, I'm mixing basically a large volume product, I'm going to use my larger whisks. So don't think you only have to have one whisk in your house. Treat yourself to 3 whisks for a different job. Apparently, somebody has a favorite whisk. The medium whisk would be the perfect whisk in any home for cats. Every good kitchen should have a pair of tongs, and I especially love these. I have tons of tongs. Now there's a little bit of alliteration for you, but these tongs are great. They become compact for storage, and then you just push this little knobby thing in, and they spread so that you can use them. I especially love the fact that they're Teflon coated, so you are not going to use you're not going to hurt your pan, but you can hurt your cat if you want to. It does not do a good job of picking up cats, but it might get it. Yeah, it gets rid of cats.
Okay, you might want to rinse those too.
I think I'm going to have to rinse this out as well. But every good home, tongs for easy storage, and Teflon tips so you do not ruin any of your pots and pans. Great for flipping items. Buy them if you don't have them right now. Off to the dishwasher this goes to. Another item I love is my zester. Now I know a lot of recipes call for grated lemon zest, and I'm actually going to be making something tonight, and I'm going to be using lemon zest. It's a blueberry lemon cornmeal cake, so keep your eye out for that. Now, traditionally, most of us, I think, use this kind of a grater. And I must tell you, I have used it in the past, but I can't tell you the number of times I've cooked things, probably with a good percentage of not only the rind, but also my knuckles in it. So a little bit of cannibalistic recipe flair in there. Instead, I like to use the zester. This is great, obviously, for drinks. But when a recipe calls for lemon zest, I just love to use this little gizmo. You basically run the zester from the top to the bottom of the lemon. I wish you could smell how fresh it all smells. And you can make quick work of it. This is nice. Can you imagine making a martini and adding these nice curly bits of zest? And really go through quite quickly. I don't mind this. I hate using the grater to grate a lemon. I find it really
Grating?
tedious. It's grating. That's exactly right. I'm going to leave my lemon. Bring over the mezzaluna, which is another thing I love. You can do herbs on this, and basically you put your herbs, parsley or whatever, and you rock this little blade. It's a double blade, and you rock it back and forth. And I'm going to do that with my zest, simply because I really obviously hate the grater. But imagine how quickly you can do herbs instead of chopping it with a knife. You can chop it with a knife, but this is kind of a cool little gadget that's used in Italy all the time. And I just flip this around. And here we go. Look at that. Grated lemon zest. Makes the whole house smell nice. We're using something traditional and out of the ordinary, not in every home, but it's in my home, and try it in your home. You're gonna love how it chops up your herbs, and it just looks so darn pretty. I think my kitchen would not be complete without a set of good knives. So I have primarily Henckels. I have a couple of Evo knives, such as this boning knife. But let's just start from this side. These are basically different kind of chopping knives. I especially like this one with these little kind of divots in them, because as you're rocking and chopping, things tend to fall off of the blade and not get in your way, so there's less scraping time. This is also a good rocking knife. This is for chopping, obviously, larger items or big honking pieces of meat, for smaller dicing projects that you might have. This is a fantastic carving knife. Every home needs a carving knife with its little stabber so that you can slice very nice thin pieces of meat off a roast. Bread knife, most definitely with the serrated edge and blunt edge nose there, so that you don't squish your loaf of bread, and that you can cut nice, thin, and slices without a lot of crumb. This is a tomato knife, well worth the purchase. I didn't even know there was a tomato knife until I saw it. I bought it so I could cut some lovely, nice, thin slices of tomato. It works beautifully. Essential paring knife every home should have. And the boning knife, as I mentioned, it has this kind of flexible tip, so if you are boning a chicken or boning a piece of salmon, it works very well to get under those edges. This is a knife that you can cut through lettuce without having it oxidize, so it's made out of plastic.
Or bruise.
Or bruise. And then this is a steak knife. I have a set of 6 of these. They're Henckels. Fabulous for cutting through a nice, thick, juicy steak. And unfortunately, the only cutting appliance or apparatus or knife that we don't have is... cameraman Dave is dying to have a cleaver. And as his wife, this worries me a little bit. So buy everything for your home except a cleaver. This is another one of my favorite things in my kitchen that I wouldn't be without. It is a vacuum sealer. If you have a look at this beef, I bought it, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago, and I vacuum sealed it. Look how nice that seal is. And now it's been out here thawing, and I'm ready to make something with it. I'm just going to show you something else. It comes with these canisters. You know how you're always throwing away parsley and cilantro and other herbs? Well, this has a little port in here that connects with a tube in here and it sucks the air out. So I can keep cilantro and parsley for a very long time and not have to throw it away after I've only used about 1 tablespoon. Let me show you the machine in action. So if we open it up here, you see it's got a roll, and we keep a pen here so that we can mark things. And I'm just going to make a bag. So here's the sealing strip. I'm going to put the machine down like that, press seal. Of course, there we go. Press seal. And the little light is telling me that it's sealing. It's making a bag for me. It should be ready now. Unlock it. And now I'm going to pull the size of bag that I need. So I think this is going to be sufficient to put in my Béarnaise sauce that I made this morning when we had Brigitte Eggs Benedict. And I am going to put this Béarnaise in here. There we go. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Try to get it in the bag. It doesn't work as well when you have it outside the bag. The contents doesn't freeze as well. Okay, there we go.
You left some stuff.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Cameraman Dave. Cameraman Dave, you left some stuff. Yes, well, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay, maybe not one hand, maybe 2 hands. There we go. Yeah, God knows we would not want to miss 1 drop of Béarnaise because it is pretty yummy. Now, usually for liquid stuff, what you would do is you would freeze it in your freezer, unsealed like this, and then you would take it out and finish the sealing process. But I'm just going to do this for you right now.
Should use paper towel.
I don't have paper towel.
Oh, there is some in the other room.
Well, in the other room, but that would require a very long cut, and I don't think our viewers would want to wait that long. So I'm putting this in the vacuum channel.
Right in.
Right in. So now imagine that, I would prefer to have this frozen. So you can do this like with soups or anything that's liquidy, just freeze it first and then finish the sealing process. It's also great if you cut up a whole bunch of vegetables, let's say on a Sunday night, and then individually package them so people can just grab and go when they're taking their stuff for lunch. It's a terrific way to store things, brand things that tend to get bad quickly. So now I'm going to press vacuum and seal here. And it's sealing. It's finished sealing. And here we go. I take out the pen and I will write today's date. And now I'm just going to pop it in my sealer. And next time I have the need for some Béarnaise, here it is, all ready and vacuum sealed. One of my favorite things in my kitchen are my measuring spoons. And you might say, what's so special about measuring spoons? But this set in particular, I absolutely love. Let's start with the basic tablespoon. So not only does it say 1 tablespoon, but I also have my metric measure of 15 milliliters. So I never have to go converting or hunting. I know what the conversion is if I'm using imperial or metric. Of course, here we have the teaspoon, which is 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters, and so on. We go half teaspoon equals 2.5 milliliters, down to our quarter teaspoon, which is 1 milliliter, moving on to 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is 0.5 milliliters, and now we get to the interesting portion of this set. We have a tad. Don't you just love it when you get a recipe and asks for a tad and you're thinking, what the heck is a tad? I don't have to worry about what a tad is because I have it right here in my measuring set. I also don't have to worry about what a dash is because apparently this is what a dash is. It's about the size of my fingernail on my forefinger. And the ever so popular pinch, here is what the size of a pinch looks like. And if you think that was it, check this out. my measuring spoon set has a smidgen. Isn't that absolutely the most adorable set of spoons you would ever need? One of the things I love in my kitchen is my citrus reamer. These are great for bars where you can just get some quick lemon juice or other citrus ready for drinks. But in the kitchen, I find it's an invaluable tool. Let me show you how great it works. So here I have my bowl. Here I have a little sieve, and I've got my pre-cut lemons. And basically, you just go right in the center. See that little point? You put it right in the center of your lemons. Just push it through. And you see I'm catching all the seeds, all the extra pulp and so on. And I am basically rotating the reamer towards me and the lemon away from me. There we go. You're just basically turning it back and forth, rotating it. There we go. There's one. And look how clean that is. Really, really quickly done. And just using a little bit of elbow grease. Nowadays, we're doing everything electrically, and there's no need to do that, certainly when you want to get some quick lemon juice or, for one lemon, a few lemons, depending on your energy level or what you're making, you can actually make quick work out of it. I always take my tablespoon and just run it along the sieve to make sure I extract as much juice as possible. There we go. Done very quickly. I think that's probably going to be all the juice I'm going to get. Just have a few seeds, a little bit of the pulp left over. And there you have it. Lemon reamer to make easy and quick lemon juice. This is another indispensable little tool. It's my mini chopper, and it's so handy when you want to chop a whole bunch of items or just really don't want to do it manually. We're going to put in the blade here. And I've got a small onion. Now this is for a recipe I'm going to be posting for kofta, which is a spiced Middle Eastern beef. And I'm putting in this small onion. And I'm putting in these 2 large garlic cloves. As my sister likes to call them, gloves. Garlic gloves.
Gloves of garlic.
Gloves of garlic. I would like to put Oscar in because he's so annoying, but I'm not going to do that. At least not today. So here we go. Look at that. Look at the quick work it makes out of chopping the onions and garlic. Now I'm going to add this half cup of Italian parsley, which is also part of that recipe.
It's really easy to clean too.
Very easy to clean. It comes apart, and we can just stick this in the dishwasher, including the blade, and Bob's your mother's uncle.
No, Apostol, wasn't it?
Apostol was actually my mother's brother, so he would be my uncle. That is correct. I'm just adding in a quarter of a cup of olive oil for part of my recipe, and also to show you the mini processor in action. Have a close on that. Look at that.
You gotta move those little pieces down.
Yes. Cameraman Dave has now become
Sous Chef
Sous Chef Dave. And I am going to move down those little pieces because apparently it's very annoying to him, and
That's right.
we don't want to annoy him.
I'm directing this video. I want it done right.
Yes, absolutely. Am I giving you enough emotion?
Uh,
Okay, I didn't think so. Here
can
we go.
fix it in post.
Oh, here I go, Dave. I hope this is enough emotion for you. There definitely was action in that scene and not enough conflict, unless you consider Oscar part of the conflict. Yeah, everyone's a critic.
What do you got to say for yourself?